Well, hello everyone, and welcome to Friday Night, the Emily Pearls Show. Looks like the chat box might be working. Let me test it out. Looks like my studio might be done got on that problem. How y'all doing? Let's see how if it pops up. That'll be great. So I really
Mhm.
like having my chat box. Thank you,
Mm,
studio, for getting that taken care of. All right, there we go. Put it on the screen. How y'all
mhm.
doing out there? All right, so we got a speed show tonight, so we not hold y'all long. Cause it's Friday, but it's been actually really tiring long day for me, and I have not had my supper yet.
Mm.
So I'll be eating late, and so that's why I got to get off of here. And on top of everything else, it's Friday the 13th. So
Yeah.
we don't want to stick around too long.
Yeah. I know, right?
I heard it on the news this morning about it being Friday 13th, but it doesn't phase me because I'm not that superstitious about. Hey Jack, over in UK, what's going on with you guys? Reed Moosh, Emily and Tim, what's popping?
Hey, what's
Well, I tell you
that?
what, there's nothing popping over here in the United States. What's popping over there in UK?
Mm.
All freaking week, okay? I hope everything is good with you guys. Are y'all out for school for summer over there? It's good to see you guys. We've been around, and we Thomas and Rowan, and where's my other friend? Tell him hello. Tell him thanks for checking in. Y'all so sweet. Y'all don't forget about us, and
Yeah, yeah.
I think
Thanks,
about
guys.
travel all the time too. I really,
Yeah.
y'all do me a favor. I know y'all friends might not like the show because I'm like grandma, right? But go ahead, let's share the show around over there to y'all friends. Tell them that this is your adopted play grandma over in the United States that has some show, and you want them to help us to get more views. How about that? Would that work? There's Jack, Thomas, Rowan. Everybody's here. Hi,
Hey, hey.
Sandra. Sandra's in the United States, and
Hey,
there's
Sandra.
Dwayne. Thank y'all for joining us. Okay, real quick, y'all. We're gonna have a speed show. First thing I want to talk about. Oh, by the way, Sybil isn't here tonight. She's making an appearance. Oh, that's so sweet. Jack says you're our grandma, Emily.
Mhm.
Well, I tell you. Oh, Thomas said we don't like the show. We love it.
All
Thank you
right.
so much. That's so sweet of y'all.
Thank y'all.
Okay, so Jack's starting out with some politics. That's Tim's topic. Tim say, "What are your thoughts on the Trump tariffs?" Well, we don't like them, and I don't think nobody else does either. I think it's stupid. What do y'all think, Tim? You want to hear from Tim on that, right? So, and
Yeah.
then y'all type in what y'all think.
Yeah, I think I kind of agree with them. I kind of agree with the tariffs.
Uh
Um,
oh. Uh oh. Whoa.
yeah,
Wow. Whoa.
yeah,
He
yeah,
agrees with the tariffs. Wow.
yeah.
Tell us why.
Well, here's the thing. Our country is on the brink of disaster. Um, and I think Trump is doing the best he can in whatever ways uh, to get things back on track. And what I mean by that is we were being tariffed by China, et cetera, and we were being taken advantage of. The scales weren't balanced. And so I think that's what the goal is for Trump to try to get the scales back balanced. Because, like I say, everybody had a 4-year free period to do whatever it is that they wanted, and everybody could get what they wanted during the Biden administration. So certain things have to be done. Yeah, is it going to be a little uncomfortable? Of course. But sometimes change is good.
Uh huh. Okay. So Jack says it's good for American business after all.
Mm.
Well, I
Hmm.
don't know for sure, Jack. I'm kind of Jack say, but it stops the globalization, Tim. And
Mm-hmm.
he's right. I agree with Jack on that. Because
Mm-hmm.
Jack was the one that said the D word, and I agree with him on that. Because see, what happens is it makes the United States isolated. Because the United States does more importing does it than it does exporting. In other words, we order more stuff from other countries than we send stuff to other countries. Because the made in America stuff is really not that great. It used to be 30, 40 years ago, General Electric was the best. Motorola was the best. Frigidaire was the best. John Deere was the best. But you've got other countries that have created these uh, things, this merchandise that works much better. For instance, like Roku, they got a TV that works really great. And so I kind of agree with Jack on it stops the globalization. uh, so you're right. I mean, it isolates us. Not only on that, isn't it? You know, I don't see how it's going to help because what it does, it has really, in a true way, it really doesn't bother us little people that don't have any money, right?
Exactly.
Okay. So what it really has done is backfired on the rich because they're the ones that have to pay more. And
Yeah.
they're the ones that's in these businesses that
Yeah.
actually export. You see what I'm saying?
Trump knows that.
So, so if you know that, Tim, why is he doing it?
Well, the rich, like you say, the rich right now. The rich is being taxed more, and they're having to pay more.
Mm-hmm,
Um, so I think the whole goal was try to, the stages of poor and middle class and high class. Uh, it's been going on for too long, and in order to get your country back right, things should be a little level. Meaning the rich should pay more. They got more to shell out.
mm-hmm,
Like you say, us little people, it don't really bother us because we've been struggling all along anyway.
mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, anyway, Rowan said that we see the Crystal Palace won the FA Cup. Uh, now,
Mm-hmm.
FA Cup, you talking about soccer? Are you talking about
I think
soccer?
he's talking about soccer. Yeah.
Soccer? No, I didn't. I don't watch the sports. Tim might watch the sports. What I do is I'll see the recaps of the scores, and that's about the scores I do. I just don't have the time to sit down and watch a soccer game. My apologies.
Mm.
Okay, Jack got a lot to say here. He said
Oh
there
my.
is no chance the USA becoming an exporting hub purely because of how high the cost of labor is compared to countries like China and India. I agree. And that is why they are able to export more than the United States. So tariffs won't actually help increase how much the US export by all that much. That's why I think they are bad. Woo, woo, round of applause for you, Jack. You hit the nail on the head. That's my grade A student right there. Jack,
Mm.
you hit the nail on the head. Because like I say, that's the reason why I say it from the very beginning. It's just stupid to me. Um Gosh, you guys are so smart over there. I love y'all. And you're absolutely right. And that's what I was saying. The United States back in the old days, 20, 30, 40 years ago, yeah, the United States was an export hub, but now it isn't, you know. So you're absolutely right. I agree on that. Oh, sweetheart, thanks. He says, I love you too. We love you too. Not as much as I do, y'all. Yay. Okay. Love you to the moon and back. All right, so let's get into this spam calls. Get on the no, do not call. I know y'all tired of spam calls. Now, over in the UK, I don't know if y'all get them like we do, but it's like 24/7 over here in the United States. So many spam calls.
Mm-hmm.
And we are so tired of it. Now, we are in Tennessee. So, for Tennesseans, I'm going to show you something. I'm put on the screen for you to go and get on the do not call list. A show. Where is it? Is it showing? I got the website here and I want to. It's not showing. Why is it not showing? Get on the do not call list. All right, so maybe I got too many. Hmm. Okay, so it won't let me do it that way. I'm gonna put it in the chat for you. Okay. Let's see. Okay. I can copy this and put it in the chat box since the chat box is working. So for
Mm-hmm.
Tennesseans, if y'all want to get on this do not call list with all these spam calls, this is the website. Jack said, where did I say Sybil and Ziggy go? Well, Sybil is still with us on the show, but she's a guest on somebody else's show tonight on another person's podcast. She's being interviewed. Now Ziggy is not with us anymore on the show. Ziggy hadn't been with us in months, and neither has Kathy. Here's the website for the state of Tennessee, y'all. I know it's a little small, but if you go to www.tn.gov forward slash TPUC forward slash Tennessee do not call program, but you can Google it. And that's the fastest way. Just go into Google and say what is the website for the state of Tennessee for the do not call list. Not only does this work for the state of Tennessee, this is for every. Oh, it's finally coming up at the top. Not only does this work for the state of Tennessee, but it's for every state. If you are so sick of those phone calls, you missed them. Yeah, we missed them too. But they had other things and projects that they wanted to work on. So we hear from them. You know, they send us a shout out through our Facebook, and message and messenger and just say hello and things like that. But we don't know exactly what I don't know exactly what they're doing. Um, I think Ziggy was kind of working on trying to get his own music out. You know, he's a songwriter. But Kathy, I don't know what Kathy's doing. Rowan loves your background, Tim.
Oh, thanks, man. Appreciate it.
Look like it's in the gym, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so another thing I want to do, I gave y'all to help y'all is this. Did you know that when you buy a cell phone, they always want you to buy a warranty with it, right? So that if it breaks down, um, they're supposed to replace it, right? And they want to charge you anywhere from $8 to $15 a month, maybe more. Well, let me tell you something. Save that money. This is a website where you can go and check out phone, your cell phone, to see if your warranty is still active. And the reason why I found this out is because I recently had to buy a cell phone about a month and a half ago, right? And
Mm-hmm.
myself, I like the Motorola brand. And so the phone store, the mobile phone store was gonna charge me $8 a month for the insurance protection, right?
Yeah.
So I didn't sign up for that right away. I said, okay, wait a minute. I gotta do some research because y'all know how grandma likes to look into things, right? So I said, let me do some research. And I found out that my cell phone still has a warranty on it, the
Mm.
manufacturer's warranty on it. And it doesn't expire until April of 2026.
That's
So
good.
I'm not gonna buy any in protection in insurance other than until April of 2026, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yay, because that's money I can save.
Yeah,
So make
definitely.
sure y'all write that website down. I'm gonna leave that up there on the screen for a while so that y'all can see that and carefully write it down. And that's for any cell phone. Doesn't matter what brand or model it is, whether you got a Samsung, Apple, Motorola, whatever kind, or Hawaii or whatever.
Hmm.
All right, next up. I was just thinking back, and I can remember because y'all know I'm retired, right? I have worked for every level of government it is, from the top to the bottom, federal, state, county, and city. Well, back in the days, they used to pay us for our lunch. They would give us two 15-minute breaks and a 30-minute lunch hour. And you would only work 7.5 hours, which would be like 7:30 to 4, right?
Mm-hmm.
Somewhere down the line, I would say probably in the last 20 years, private companies, I don't know about the federal government, I don't know if they do that now, but all of the private companies have been cheating workers out of their time and money. Why do I say this? Do y'all remember the song that Dolly Parton put out, 9 to 5?
Yeah.
Well, 9 to 5 had more meaning than what she was talking about in the song, because what 9 to 5 meant was that you worked 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You worked 8 hours. But in that 8 hours, they gave you an hour lunch and they gave you two 15-minute breaks. So in the last 20 years, all of these private companies have been cheating people out of an hour, out of 30 minutes, out of 1 hour, because now they only give you 30 minutes for your lunch break when you're supposed to get an hour, and they only pay for your 15-minute breaks when they're supposed to pay for your lunch breaks too. So let me ask you, Tim, you retired too, but when you
Mhm.
were in the Navy, I
Yeah.
worked when I worked for federal government, I got paid for my 30-minute lunch break and I got paid for my two 15-minute breaks.
Mm-hmm.
You in Navy, do you remember how y'all got paid?
Well, our pay was pretty much the same unless we was in like a different location as far as like a hazardous condition area or anything like that. But the thing about that, whereas people will probably work, like you say, an 8 hour day job, when you're in the service, you may work a 13 or 14 hour day.
Ah, okay.
Yeah. So it's nothing close to those regular hours in the
No
civilian
regular
job.
hours in
No,
military,
no, no.
huh?
None.
But you got paid for that overtime,
Yes.
right?
I mean, yes,
'Cause that
yes.
was not your regular set hour day, but anything over the 8, they paid you overtime, right?
No, you don't get paid the overtime.
Oh, they cheated y'all too.
You get a base like a salary, like a civilian salary.
Oh, you get a
So you
base
on call.
salary. You're
Yeah,
not
you
on
on
an hourly
call.
pay.
Yeah, you on call 24 hours a day.
That's cheating. That's cheating because
You gonna try to tell Uncle
you
Sam
know
that?
why I say that's cheating. I tell Uncle Sam that. They've been cheating. They've been cheating veterans then for all their life. Because
Yeah.
when they put you on a set salary, say for instance, if they're gonna pay you $1,000 a week, that's your set salary, $1,000 a week.
Hmm.
But you working 15 and 16 hours a day,
Yeah.
that's cheating you.
Yeah. But that's the part. That's the part they don't tell you about.
because because normally the government pays more per hour. So when you get a calculator, I'm not going to even say 1,000. Let's say $800 a week, right?
Okay.
So if $800 a week, $800 a week divided by 40 hours, which is a normal work week, right?
Yeah.
Equals divided by 5 days a week. Well, that's not right. Let me see. How I'm supposed to do this. Okay, let's say you're $800 a week. That's your salary. Divided by
Mm-hmm.
5 days a week.
Right.
That's a 40-hour week.
Yeah.
Okay. But if your base salary, if Uncle Sam gonna give you a base salary
Yeah.
of, so let's see what that is though. 40 hours a week
Now, if
divided
you
by
if
800. Let's see what
if
your
you
hourly wage would be.
yeah, now if you get promoted, then you will get a raise in your pay.
Hmm. So let's say for instance, okay. So let's say for instance, we got $800 a week. So
Mm-hmm.
that would have to be at least about um hmm $25 an hour times 40. Let's see. Now that's 1,000. So it's not even $25 an hour. So it's got to be. Come on, my smart students, help me out here. Let's say $15 an hour times 40. That's 600. So it must be 1750. Let's try that. 1750
Yeah.
times. Well, 1750 times 40 hours. That's 700. I'm getting there. So it must be $18 an hour. Let's try $18 an hour times 40. 720. So it must be 1875, right? Times 40. 750. So this $19 an hour. I like this. This fun.
Well,
$19
here's the thing.
an hour times 40.
Here's
Well,
the
that's
thing. Well,
760. So
what's
we're
the
going to say 760 because I'm kind of tired now.
yeah? I mean, the thing about it is, regular people have 40 hours a week. In the service, your week may consist of 70 to 75 hours.
Well, that's my point exactly.
Yeah,
Let's
that
say the Uncle Sam is giving you
yeah,
um a $760 a week salary. That's
yeah.
salary. But you
Mm-hmm.
gotta be on call, you gotta work as many hours as they say.
Yeah,
So according to this 760 here, this is just 40 hours. At like I think I said $19 an hour, right?
mm-hmm.
So if they only make you work 60 hours a week at $19 an hour, they should have been paying y'all this. See what I'm saying?
Yeah, but that ain't how it works. Now that's for my people that don't know anything about it. See, you don't find that out till you get in.
I know,
When
but
you
it's still cheating.
Yep, when you get in, and this is an everyday thing. You rarely ever, except for maybe on the off day that you get 8 hours sleep. So
Hmm.
our mornings, whereas normal people may start at 6 a.m., you up at 3 a.m. in the
Yeah,
service.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So Uncle
Not
Sam's
fair.
gonna get all that 24 hour day. Yeah, he
Not
gonna get
fair.
as much as he get. Yeah, yeah,
Not fair. They making you pay for your housing with labor, making you pay for your food with labor,
yeah,
and
yeah,
your uniforms with labor. That's
yeah,
basically what it is. All right then. Well, I was talking. That was good talking about that. We're gonna take a blink break, y'all, and because we done talked about a lot, but we're still not gonna hold y'all long. So we're
yeah.
gonna take a blink break, and we'll be back. Please share the show because I got two more, three more really important, fun things to tell y'all. Okay. All right. Okay, we are back. All right. Okay. In entertainment, y'all. Got some news for y'all in entertainment. Have any of y'all ever watched Jackson type one if you love Omaha Steaks? Let me type it. I love me some Omaha Steaks.
Yeah,
Yay! High
yeah,
five Omaha. And Jack say meat. Uh dang, Jackson said strong hand. Meat, meat, meat. Okay. All right then. So in entertainment, I got some news. Have any of y'all watched the Grimm series? Jack, Rowan, Thomas, in the UK, have y'all ever watched the Grimm series about the mystic legend of the creatures that are really real and they are called Vessin? Um, and it's really good. It's like 6 seasons. I have watched it for about 10 times. Gonna watch it again, still love it. But they're coming out. Peacock is coming out with a new Grimm movie. He said, yeah, he think he watched a few seasons.
oh,
Rowan, Rowan, it was the boss, wasn't it? Yeah, it was the boss. Did you who was your favorite character? Monroe was my favorite character. He was the wolf. He turns into a wolf. And a Vesson, this is this mythological legend of people who are born this way. They some are some are called dragon forward. They have the ability to spit fire, blow fire. They turn into that. He said, yeah, the wolf was his favorite too. That was Monroe. And the Grimm is a person that is the only one that has a gift that has been gifted to be able to see these type of people when they go into their vesting form. Okay, so like normal people, like me, you, Tim, we can look at them every day and we'll be able to know that they were vesting. But a
yeah,
Grimm has a special gift, and it's hereditary. It's been handed down from generation to generation, where they can see people that's walking them down the street. He can actually, or she can actually see them in the best form.
yeah,
So that's what the Grimm is about, and so they're supposed to be coming out with a new series, not series, but a movie on Peacock. They say the date is to be announced, but I just wanted y'all to keep an eye out for that, okay? Because I love me some Grimm. All right. Okay, another thing to help you protect your safety, help you keep y'all safe. And this is, please, please, y'all, start to clear your browser history from your phones and your computers. The reason why is because AI has gone ludicrous.
mm,
AI is tracking us like a hound dog. And
yep,
I'm gonna give you an example of how you can tell. And yeah, Rowan said, yeah, AI's gone too far. Let me give you an example how you can tell. Have you ever Googled something on your TV on your phone, and then the next thing you see when you go to a website, it doesn't matter what website, but whatever you had Googled the last time is gonna pop up as a pop-up ad on the website that you go to. Oh my goodness, Rowan said his sister is jobless now because AI took her job. Oh man, that's terrible. We don't like that at all. Yeah, but it's not only tracking us through our phone. It doesn't matter what kind of phone you got. And Apple uh, is the worst at it, okay? But it's not only the phones, it's your laptop, your computer, your tablet. And guess what else? Your
Well,
your television. Now let me tell you
they
how the
say,
TV work. Hold on, right there, hold on one sec. Have you ever been um thinking about something, and then all of a sudden you will see a commercial about it or a movie about it will pop up for you to check out? Have y'all ever seen that?
hmm,
Do I have what kind of phone, Rowan? A fold phone? Oh no. Look, see, look, Rowan. I'm gonna share something with you. I'm gonna share something with you. It's really funny that you didn't know about. When I was, I'm a grandma, right? So when the flip phones, when the cell phones first came out, basically that's what they were. They were flip, okay? And everybody wanted a flip phone. They had the little bitty small phone that shoot probably wasn't no big the size of this one, not that big. They had a little small phone. It was about the size of a business card, maybe. They had that kind that was just straight, about the size of a business card. But
hmm,
then the next upgrade was the flip phone. Everybody wanted a flip phone.
I like
So
them.
I've had flip phones, but I don't like them. Now I'll tell you that I good for your pocket. For putting into small places like, especially for men, maybe like your pocket, and maybe for women, they take up less space in their purses and what have you. So Tim, why do you like them? And then I'm gonna let you get back to also what I was talking about AI. If you can
Yeah,
remember.
yeah. I think it's one of the coolest things because it was like the first time we ever saw it. It hadn't been done before. And me for men, it felt like it worked better for us. Like you say, you were able to fold it down and put it in a pouch on the side. Um, it just seems to me, not only was it better, it was built better.
Mm, okay.
I can remember dropping phones. As there was some phones. You remember those phones that used to glow up and light up when they ring?
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
You can do anything to that phone. I don't care if you kick it, throw it, slam it, it would not break. They would
That's
not break.
that's
They
what I'm telling
really,
you now. They used to make stuff better.
yeah, yeah, they did. They really did.
And the only reason why they don't make them that good now is to keep draining money from our purses
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
and
Keep
pockets.
upgrade. Yeah,
Because
yeah.
they can still make phones that good, but they don't want to.
Mm-hmm,
They want to
mm-hmm.
keep us buying them.
Every
They
year,
only make it. They only gonna make these phones to last
maybe 1 year,
maybe 1 year, maybe a year and a half, maybe two.
and that's
But
it.
and look, I can remember when you used to could just buy a battery and replace your battery and your phone be new again. Now they
Yeah,
got these phones where you can't even open them up
can open them up.
and replace no battery because they want to what? They want to keep you spending money to
Yeah,
buy these new phones.
yeah.
And people gonna get tired of that after a while. But
Yeah, because yeah, not to cut you short, but yeah, you have to. By the time you figure out the new phone they put out, they got another one. You ain't even figured the one that you got out yet. You
She'll
don't even
say,
know the
I
whole.
haven't
You
figured
don't
out
know
how to operate
everything.
this one yet.
Yeah, you don't know. You don't even know what everything your phone do before they out with another upgrade,
Uh,
new
you
version.
you're right about that. And
Yeah,
and then another thing they always doing is sending you uh update your phone and
yeah,
adding stuff to it.
yeah,
Adding stuff you don't even ask for, adding stuff you don't need.
yeah.
And see, a lot of that overload will make the battery use burn more. And
Mhm.
and these lithium batteries,
Yeah,
man, they burn out fast. It's
yeah,
not like those old other batteries we had, like the AA
yeah,
battery, the AAA batteries that,
yeah,
like the phone was based on when they first made it.
yeah,
That
yeah,
they, cause I can remember taking my battery out of my phone back
yeah.
then
Hmm.
and shoot, boiling it in some hot water. Just
Yeah,
I let it boil, but just let it warm up in some water.
Mm-hmm.
and dry it out, slap that battery in that phone. I got a new phone.
Yeah.
Another way people used to do was take that battery, put it in some rice.
Yeah.
Put in some rice, a bag of rice. Slap that battery back in that phone. You got a new phone. They figured all that out and decided, nah, we gotta stop them
Yeah.
from keeping these phones too long, cause we can't make no money off of them that way. So
Yeah. I
now,
wanted to touch it. Go ahead. Go ahead.
uh
I just wanted to touch base on when you were speaking on us being tracked. I got some bad news for some people.
uh
If you took the jab in 2020, you already chipped.
if you took what?
The jab. When we were
Oh,
going through,
COVID.
uh-huh.
For real? Why?
Uh-huh. Yeah.
What do you mean? They put a chip in you?
Well, it's in everybody. When you're in the military, you get it anyway, whether you want it or not. But in
Yeah,
the civilian world, that was like the only way to that, and also in your flu shots. Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
But you're
If you
saying
took
they
the
got a
jab in 20,
tracker. You're saying they got a tracker in the vaccine.
yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Well,
People
I
can't be
still,
that naive now. You can't be that naive.
I still say y'all ain't supposed to be that naive.
Nah, you ain't supposed to be that naive.
Well, maybe
When the
that's
government tell you don't worry, this when it's always the opposite of what the government tell you.
maybe that's the reason why a lot of people was in the uproar and didn't take it, refused to take it. Now, I didn't take it for that reason because I didn't. That never even occurred to me.
Yeah.
But now that you mention it, I think I'm glad I ain't taking that. Uh, but that was not my reason. My reason for not taking it is because I don't take the flu shots either. Never have. I don't take no kind of shots except the ones that give me in the hospital and I'm sick. I don't take any
Mm.
kind of vaccination.
Yeah.
Okay. And the reason why I don't is because I already have a low immune system. And what a lot of people don't realize is that if you have a low immune system, then a lot of these different kinds of vaccinations, can kill you
Yeah.
because you will have an allergic reaction.
Yeah.
hmm
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so,
And yeah, go ahead.
but anyway, that was my reason for not taking.
Yeah. In the military, you don't have an option. You take a series of shots every year. Um, I think that's is mandatory for them
Oh yeah, I
because
know.
if you get detached or we in a war or something like that, they need to be able to locate as much your body if they can.
I
Um,
know.
but yeah, this 2020 is when the civilians, uh, if you took that jab, you've been chipped. It's too
Wow,
late. It's too
too late.
late. Yep. Yeah.
That's ridiculous. That's just
Yeah.
ridiculous. Well, last but not least, since we're talking about the military,
Mm-mm.
Israel has hit Iran with some bombs and killed some military leaders and injured and hurt some people, killed civilians. There's a conflict between the White House and Trump. Mark Rubio said United States not involved. Trump says, "Yeah, I knew about it, and it was excellent."
He said it was excellent.
That's what Trump said.
Mm.
Uh, so now you got Rubio saying the United States was not involved, and Israel did it all by itself, by themselves. Then Trump said, "Yeah, he knew about it. It was excellent." So that means that United States isn't involved. But I heard a podcaster this morning. He says it doesn't make any difference whether the United States knew about it or not. What? Because they are still involved because
Yeah.
they're the ones supplied the fighter jets as
Yeah.
well as the bombs
Yeah.
to Israel. So
Yeah.
yeah, you still involved. I guess that's why Trump said and you should hiding it. But
Yeah.
his
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
opinion is that it's excellent. But I tell you one thing, the Middle East, China, and Russia don't agree with you, Trump. What do you think, Tim?
I don't know. I'm still on, but I said Thursday night. It's a Bob, bro. It just took for one person to throw the lick, and I had estimated 6 months when we did the show yesterday. I had no idea that it was going to go down at 3 a.m. in the morning.
And the funny thing was, it was 3 a.m., which was probably 8. Let's see, we ended the show about 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 7 hours after we ended our show last night when we were saying
Hmm.
that the war was coming because
Yeah.
Iran had threatened, Israel had threatened, and they was in that uh, threat stage. And I was
Hmm.
like, time out already.
Hmm.
But when it didn't look like a timeout was coming, and it did not.
Yeah. And it's gonna get ugly, like you say. Us with the U.S., we be in a we are involved with a lot of things
Yeah,
when it comes to that.
yeah.
Um, this gonna be like if you remember you was coming up as a kid, where everybody would say it's a one-on-one fight and don't nobody jump in it.
Hmm.
That's fine if they wasn't your kinfolk, but if that was your kinfolk, they would go jump in the fight. That's what's going on here.
Yeah,
It's gonna
yeah.
start out
You're
with two
right.
people fighting.
Yeah, because Trump is supporting Israel. So by Trump supporting Israel, it makes the United States support Israel. Okay? Russia put out a statement today from Putin's office. His foreign minister and war minister said that they're going to support Iran. China is on the fence right now. They don't know what they're gonna do, but 9 times out of 10, and I'll bet you a dollar and a quarter that China is gonna side with Russia because China has a better relationship, does more trade, and are close partners with Russia,
Yeah,
more so than they are with the United States. So that's the problem. Like you said, when you get the kinfolk jumping in,
yeah.
it's on depending on how many kinfolks outnumber the other kinfolk.
Basically, yeah. Basically, I like to break it down in layman terms for my people that that ain't familiar with the
That's right.
the politic part of it.
Right, you're right.
Yeah,
And
so it's starting
it,
out as a one-on-one fight, but it ain't gonna
yeah.
end that way.
So on the United States side, they think that they got the UK, Canada, and France. But the UK just put sanctions against two prime ministers over there. Not two prime ministers, but two men, um, officials of the right wing government, Netanyahu's right winged government, sanctions against the two of them, but not against Netanyahu, which was stupid to me.
Right.
Why didn't you put sanctions against Netanyahu? You can, and it was so frivolous. It was frivolous because the sanctions that they put against these two warmongers was for inciting, um, uh, what is it? Inciting, oh gosh, disruption or something in the West Bank,
Yeah.
not for committing war crimes, not
Right.
for not for inciting genocide, because that's what these two particular guys have been
Yeah.
spouting out of their mouths ever since October the 7th. Kill them all, kill them all. The dogs, the animals, no,
Yeah. Yeah.
all of them must go. We're gonna destroy them all. That's genocide talk, right?
Yeah.
So the UK does not sanction them for that, but and sanction them for inciting a riot in the West Bank in their own territory, so-called their territory. So that's frivolous. So that doesn't mean anything to anybody but the UK. Okay. So the United States think they got UK, Canada, and France. Well, Canada's still upset when the United States because it stepped out of tariffs on it
Yeah.
and they had to pay a lot of money. And I don't know if they've settled their dispute or not yet. But see, Trump ran this week and tried to settle his tariff dispute with China to 55%, which he did say, which he's saying, and the White House is saying that he did do. But the only reason why he did that, and that just happened yesterday. But the only reason why he did that, now we know the reason, is because he knew that Netanyahu and Israel was going to attack Iran, and he wanted to try to get China not to be angry with him and the United States.
Yeah, yeah. It's like like right now, everybody's kind of like in a standoff. Um, and
Like the gun smoke.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Everybody's in a standoff. You know, and just watching. Like you say, they don't know. They know it's coming, but they don't know when they want to attack. This is gonna be really, really, really bad because now here's the thing: we don't have wars too much with troops on the ground anymore. It's more air and
and nukes
whatnot.
and nukes.
Yeah, and nukes. And it don't take but one nuke, and it's pretty much all over for everybody.
Yep.
And then the way these guys now that uh, they so emotional and their egos are so in the way,
Hmm.
and like you say, and then them tie who it's crazy. It's
Hmm.
all crazy right now. It's no way that it can turn out good for anybody, and
No,
that's what our friends above have been trying to stop
they knew this day
because
was coming.
I have seen footage of a nuclear weapon being launched and it was intercepted in the skies by
Yeah,
them.
I've heard that too.
Yeah.
That the aliens will intercept,
Yes.
and they do have that ability because people think they don't exist, but they definitely up there.
Yeah.
And I mean, there's footage from back in I think it was the '60s when you
Mm-hmm.
could see the ships flying all around the White House.
Yeah.
They wasn't trying to hide. That
No.
was true.
No.
And so it's gonna really take them to step in and decide what they want to do.
Yeah, it
Because
will.
regardless as to what Trump and Netanyahu want to do, and regardless as to what Iran wants to do, the aliens got more power than either three of them.
Oh yeah. Most
Okay,
definitely.
okay,
They
okay.
like years ahead.
I think I said something then. All right.
Mm-hmm.
So if they because if they come down and step in the war, they're gonna be the decision maker because
Yeah.
they're the one got the most power.
Yeah.
They'll be the ones to decide who will stay and who will go. So, and I know that on top secret level, all of this classified information that these heads of states, heads of countries, they know about the aliens. They know
Yeah.
exactly about them and their power.
Yeah. Yeah. Almost definitely. Yeah, because here's the thing that I think that a lot of their purpose is we are like we are the group of people who will self-destruct, talking about us humans.
Hmm.
And that's where they step in at to try to keep us from self-destructing. We've done more harm to the lands, the jungles,
To our own
everything.
selves.
Right, everything that we needed to take care of ourselves and maintain ourselves was put here on Earth.
Yeah.
But of course, man has polluted so much. It's killing the lands.
Hmm. We're killing each other.
Yeah, yeah,
And not that aliens don't kill each other too now. Don't get me
yeah.
wrong.
But they on a different level.
They're on a totally, completely different
Yeah,
plane than we are, right?
yeah.
They consider us as almost what would you call it?
Cowboy days.
Mm, no, not cowboy days. So inferior
Oh yeah,
to them.
yeah,
We are the most. They say that the aliens say that we are the most inferior species in the universe.
yeah,
And the reason why that is because we don't follow nature.
yeah,
Every other species in the universe, dogs, cats, birds, bees,
yeah,
follow nature. They go by
yeah.
the rule of nature.
Yes,
We don't.
we don't.
We don't. And that's
Yeah.
why uh,
So who
ex-
they
extraterrestrials
right? So
call
it
us
goes
inferior.
it goes by time. Time was made by man.
What do you mean time was made by man?
When I say time, I'm talking about like how many hours it is in a day.
Oh yeah, yeah,
What
yeah, yeah.
time you get up? What
Oh
time you go
yeah,
to
yeah,
sleep?
yeah. You're right about
Animals
that.
don't go by that. They go by nature. They go by nature. Yeah,
You are so right. This dog here that I got, she'll sleep until she wants to sleep.
yeah.
And
They
she'll
don't
wake
go
up
by that.
anytime she want to wake up.
Yeah, they don't go by that. They don't go by no
And
clocks.
you're right, because the birds, they go to sleep at night, but not all of them.
Not all of
Because
them.
you got an owl that's going to be woke at night, right?
Yeah,
That's by nature.
yeah,
Because if it
yeah,
wasn't by nature, the owl would go to bed at night too.
yeah, yeah. If you have if y'all have time, check out a National Geographic show and
Hmm.
see it shows you how the animals travel as the season changes.
They
And by the
definitely.
time they arrive, it's just now starting because each of their ancestors have taught them the way and the path to go when
Hmm.
the seasons change.
Yeah, and man has messed up the season so much it's got the dead gum animals confused now.
Yeah, it's
You know,
bad. Yeah.
that's the reason why you don't see the butterflies. When we used to see butterflies anymore, you can't hardly see them. Now
Nah,
you got some bees. I saw a science a video that was news from the scientific world.
yeah,
They just discovered this last week. That now you got some bees that can live underwater. So
yeah,
that means that the bees have adapted to the nature because man has forced them
yeah,
to an aquatic environment when they're
yeah,
supposed to be in an atmospheric
yeah,
environment. You
yeah,
know, that's crazy.
yeah.
Oh
It
well.
is.
Well, we've done our job. We've informed y'all, and we hope y'all enjoyed the fun. Tim, closing remarks.
Oh man, politics be fun. I mean, not politics. The Pearl show is always however we want to go or what direction we want to go, but it's always informative. You will
Always,
not come on this show not one night and not learn something.
always, always. I have to tell you, that's exactly right. And we keep it this way. We've been the same. We use the same agenda, platform style,
Yeah,
presentation style for 12 years now.
yeah, yeah.
And if it broke, it ain't broke. We ain't finna fix it.
All right,
And we
I
don't
heard
think it's
that.
broke.
Yeah,
And
nothing.
y'all don't think it's broke either because y'all still sticking with us. All
Mm-hmm.
right. And we thank y'all so much for joining us tonight. Thank you, my co host, Tim Harrington.
No
Several,
problem.
we miss you if you're watching back on replay. But she should probably be back next Friday night. So, to all of my pearls in the listening audience tonight, a pearl is defined as a precious thing. It is the finest example of something special. So it doesn't matter whether you are rich or poor, you, my pearls, are a precious thing. You're the finest example of someone special, even though the aliens say you're not. And as we say around here in the Emily Pearl show, listen, don't hate them, congratulate them. And if you deem it and mean it, I promise you, my pearls, everything good that you do with what, Tim?
Come
Come
back to
back to
you.
you. That's right. A special shout out to our UK high schoolers. They probably graduated high school now, but
Yeah, thanks, guys.
our gamers, Roland, Jack, and Thomas coming in and joining us tonight. Good
Thank
night,
guys.
everybody. We love you.
Good night.